Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm back with another budget video. This is going to be my budget from April 2nd when I got paid through April 8th. But since it's the first week in April, I'm going to go ahead and start with the monthly calendar overview. I totally just messed up trying to talk and do this at the same time. April 2nd through the 8th. Thank God for whiteout. I also bought a huge box of new cheap whiteout because I go through it like crazy. So I haven't tried these yet. I got them at Walmart. They were like, I don't even know, a few dollars. So we're gonna see if they're good because this big whiteout, I don't know if this one's really expensive, but one of them is quite expensive. So anywho, first I always like to go through with my highlighters. I use the highlighter method and I have everything color coded. So I get paid every single Thursday. I don't know why I always say Friday. It had changed for a while and now it's back to Thursdays. So I like to highlight that. I'm lucky enough that I briefly talked about this in a few of my other budget videos, but I am lucky and fortunate enough that my work is still paying us to stay home. I am extremely grateful for that. So now I'm just going to go through and mark all of my expenses. Each week I try to save a little bit for the house. I do my house savings weekly just so it's not too much at the end all at once. And then I feel like always feel like I'm forgetting something. So this is my monthly overview. I listed out my bills. I have my cell phone, personal loan. My student loan was changed with the CARES Act. And I kind of briefly talked about how I'm going to put the money from my student loan towards my personal loan since my student loan currently has no interest. Then I have my credit card payment due on the 8th. I need to pay it off. And the last 3 Thursdays of every month I save $225 to, last 4, to the house fund. April has an extra Thursday, so I get 5 payments this month. And then my boyfriend's birthday is on the 26th. And I have been buying him a few things already. So it won't be like one big expense on his birthday. And also I'm pretty sure we're not going to be able to go anywhere. So it's just going to be us here. Also I have some cute planner stickers I might throw in there. I have some birthday ones somewhere. I had considered using these throughout my planner, but I don't know, I don't want to waste them. It's a party. Okay. Those are kind of crooked because yeah, the little calendar's skinny. But anyway, now we're gonna move on to the fun part, being my weekly paycheck bill tracker. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned, everything I use is from the Budget Mom in regards to this workbook. So starting at the top, I just write what I had in my bank account. I had $160.20. Then my income is my paycheck from my company, Aramark. And then they are paying a flat $381.41. That is what I get for working exactly 40 hours. It's kind of funny because it's been going from 41 to 40 cents. It fluctuates by a penny. I don't really get why, but you know. My other income, I don't think I actually had any other income this week. Okay. So I'm gonna, on the budgeted side, write 160. So my income total is $541.61. With it being the 2nd through the 8th, I can look here and see what bills I have due. That would be my first main big one is my Upstart personal loan on the 6th for $290. I did actually pay $290, and then I was kind of in the process of figuring out what to do about my student loan. So under extra debt, I'm going to put Upstart again because I did pay. Just kidding. I'm getting ahead of myself. I didn't. This is really throwing me off because I'm a week behind filming. So I'll go ahead and show y'all this. Today is currently April 13th and I'm filming for the 2nd. I'm filming for the 2nd through the 8th. So I keep thinking of what I just did, which is all of this. But what I actually did for the 2nd through the 8th was very minimal. I had a really good spending week. So I keep getting really thrown off though because I'm jumping ahead to what I did. So I pay an extra Upstart on my next week. So this week is super minimal. All right, so moving down, that's the only bill I actually have coming out. So my credit card is normally due on the 8th, but I had already paid it off at this point. So we're gonna move on to my envelopes. Now this says envelopes because the budget mom is a cash budgeter, but I personally use my checking card, my debit card, and my Chase credit card, and I rarely ever use cash. Most of my cash is my sinking funds, and so I still write it under envelopes, but it's your variable spending, so you don't necessarily have to use envelopes for this. I do gas, food, and shopping. I normally budget $30 for each. I don't know where I ever got those numbers, but those have just been what I've always budgeted for. Typically gas is always less than that and food and shopping are always over that. So I try to even it out a bit. So for food this week, I spent $55 at a local restaurant, and then on groceries we spent $88.18. We were trying to support one of our local restaurants, so we got some food there and left a pretty big tip just because we love them and they are only able to do takeout at the moment, and we just wanted to support them. So for food this week, we spent $143.68, which was a lot. Josh and I always split groceries typically, so when you see like Walmart, that probably means we spent like over $100 and we split it, but sometimes we'll also alternate. So then for shopping, we went to Lowe's, the outside section of Lowe's, and we just picked up a few plants. So I also think I used the wrong blue. My savings is bright blue. So for shopping at Lowe's, we spent $84.36. And then my sinking funds, the primary one I wanted to focus on is CrimeCon and camping. These I did not actually save money for, but I have since started transferring money to my savings account so that when I do go to an ATM, I'm going to withdraw it for my cash envelopes. So that'll be $31 in my sinking funds. So moving back, I didn't pay any extra debt or any extra savings. So moving back up to the top, my total income for the week was $541.61. And again, that's not all earned income. I started with $160 in my account, but since it carried over and I was able to spend it this week, that's why it's included in the income total. That used to always really confuse me. I'm like, it looks like you're making so much money when you're not. Like, why would you write it like that? But you're basically just tracking what you have to spend. So minus $290 leaves me with $251.61. And then I spent $0 on gas because besides the Lowe's and Walmart, we haven't gone anywhere. I spent $143.68. This was put on my credit card, so you'll see next week when I pay it off. Subtracting everything, it equals $23.57 would be my income after everything I spent. But since I put it on a credit card to pay off later, my actual income that's in my checking account still is $196.11. And that's what's in my checking account that I'll have next week to use towards paying off what I spent. And in this situation, I feel like you might ask, like, okay, you had the money, why'd you put it on a credit card? Honestly, putting it on a credit card is always my default because I get a little panicked that I'm gonna overdraft if shit hits the fan. And I know I'll be able to pay it off, so that's why I always put it on the credit card and then typically pay it off once I get home or the next week, because I always just kind of worry. Okay, so that is the monthly overview I have going on, and this week my income total ended up being $196.11 in my checking account. This week was another super minimal week because I didn't do my cash envelopes, but next week you'll see me start to transfer the money over to my savings account. And then for food and shopping, it was just the 3 transactions and my 1 bill was due. So this was a very simple, straightforward week. I like those, but also sometimes I feel like they're a little boring. But that is everything. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel down below, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.